Hello friends, SAP has updated its certification format in this year 2026. However, many students are still preparing for the SAP certification using the old method because they are not aware of this big change. The old theory based exams are no longer there. Now the focus is on the practical work, system usage and real business scenarios. Earlier candidates used to clear their SAP certification with the old way of solving the MCQ with or without the help of the terms, but later they faced the difficulty in the SAP job interviews because they were lacking the hands-on experience and inability to answer the practical question. To address this gap, SAP has introduced a more practical based certification approach. In this video, I will cover a complete walkthrough of the new SAP certification exam process, what has changed in SAP certification 2026, how the new system based assessment exam works, difference between the scenario based and system based assessment exams, how you can prepare effectively for the certification. If you are planning for your SAP certification, this video will help you to prepare in a right way as per the latest format. Let me demonstrate the new SAP certification process. Okay, so first of all, we need to go to the browser, and here we need to enter learning.sap.com. I will also give you the link in the description. Press enter. So it will take you to this page called Reimagining SAP Certification, Explore New Format. We need to click on the new format, and on this screen you need to scroll down. So here you will find these four boxes. So one is the step-by-step exam guide. Second is exam preparation. So as per the new SAP certification format, we will be asked to perform the activity based on the system-based assessment or scenario-based assessment. So what's the difference between the two? We will also find out. First of all, we need to click on this option called step-by-step guide. In this, at a very high level, so SAP has let you know that from the creation of the universal ID or your SAP ID, you can get certified. So these are the steps we have. So first of all, we need to have a universal ID or SAP ID. Then it is saying that in order to do the certification, either we need to buy the exam attempts or we need to have the access for the SAP Learning subscription. Once you have purchased the SAP Learning Hub or exam attempt, then you need to browse your certification you want to do from the list provided by the SAP. So we need to search for our certification ID. Then it is saying that you need to schedule your exam, take your exam. Then after passing that certification, you will get your SAP certification digital badge. So after that, you will be a certified SAP consultant. So now we will see these steps in detail. So first of all, it is saying that so we need to have a universal ID. And if you don't have the universal ID, then you can create it. So here it has also given you a video, you can go through it. So once you got your SAP Universal ID, so you need to go down, and here now you need to purchase the SAP Learning Hub subscription or exam attempt. So we can just click on the pricing, and it will let us know the type of exams we have and SAP Learning Hub price. So for 1 year, what are the benefits you will be getting? So for example, access to expert-led live session, on-demand practice sheets, on-demand practice exam, enhanced analytics, post certification attempt will be provided, short and non-proctored assessment. So here you can see the annual subscription cost per user. So for the Learning Hub overview, benefit, feature, pricing, store, customer stories, resource and analytics. So this you will get to know on this page. So we can just scroll down. So this is the price for the annual subscription where you will be getting the access of the Learning Hub for 1 year. Along with this, you will also get the 4 attempts. And if you want to see this price in the INR, for that you need to change the country. So we can scroll up. Here we can change the country. So we can just go to the Asia Pacific where we'll get the India. So at a higher level, it is saying that for the certification, you will have the expert-led live session. You will get the hands-on practice system, 4 certification exams per year to get certified, learning, analytics, and management capabilities. So these are the benefit you will be getting. So this price is going to be 1,35,480. So here they have also given the features of the SAP Learning Hub. So the main features are expert-led live session covering the deep dive session in preparation to stay certified, access to the hands-on system. So SAP is going to give you a hands-on system on which you can run the scenario provided in the Learning Hub. Then it is saying that the 4 attempts will be given by the SAP and these 4 attempts would be valid for 1 year. Learning analytics capability to support the individual and team management. Then it is saying that this subscription you can buy through the invoice or you can also buy it through your credit card. So if this subscription you don't want to buy, so we have the other options also. So we got that information by clicking on this annual subscription cost per user. So if you want to buy a single attempt or the 6 attempts, so that option is also available. So for the single attempt or the 6 attempt, you can click on this link called SAP Certification Exam 6 attempt. Click on this. So in this subscription, you will get 6 attempts and these 6 attempts will be valid again for the 1 year. But here you will not get the access of the SAP Learning Hub. You can only buy the SAP exam attempts. So the cost of this subscription in India, it is going to be 53,780 excluding the taxes. You can click on the add to basket and buy it. So we can just go back. You can also buy the 2 attempts. You can choose the exam in the 2 certification or you will get a second chance to complete your certification if in the previous attempt you were not able to pass. So the access of this practice system would be for the 10 hours. So if you want to buy this subscription, you can click on SAP Store. So it is saying that choose your certification option that best fits your needs. So in the first exam, you will get 2 attempts plus 10 hours of SAP practice hands-on system. Then we have the SAP Learning Hub. So this we have already covered. Then after that, it is saying that you can also go for the single attempt. Again, in this, you will not get the SAP Learning Hub access. So if you want to see the price of this SAP certification exam having the 2 attempt, we can click on this. Again, it is showing you the price in USD. If you want to see the price in the INR, so you can just go up. So you can change your country to India and once again scroll down. So it is showing you the price as 25,800 excluding taxes. So if you want to buy it, you can just click on the buy option. And here you will get to know the features of this SAP certification exam having the 2 attempts. So it is saying that the 2 attempts will be given and 10-hour system access will be given. So payment can be made through the credit card or invoice. So we can just go back. So if you want to buy the SAP certification exam having the single attempt, so you can click on this option called single attempt. So the price it is showing you 21,504 and again it is excluding the tax. So if you want to buy it, you can add to the basket and buy it. So after that, we need to find out our relevant certification from the list provided by the SAP. For that, again, you go to the main page. We can find out the available SAP certification. We can click on this. So this list of exam, you can also filter based on the role, product category, product language. So here, for example, I want to search for the exam. It is for the S4 HANA financial accounting for the SAP FI. Same way, you can also search for the procurement sales. So it will give you the exam code. So you will get to know the certification code. So for example, I'm going to search for the financial accounting certification. So we can just click on this. And here it will give you the information. This certification exam is going to be with the new format. You need to score at least 60%. So if you want to go for the certification exam, so you need to click on this login to take exam. So we can click on the second option, already have an account, login. So here it is giving you the information that you should have the exam attempt. Then it is saying that the exam page contains the key information about your upcoming evaluation. So this is going to be the assessment based. So the time will be allotted to you to perform the task. So then it is saying that it will also show you your total attempts and attempts left. So there are 2 types of exam we have. So we have the scenario based exam and we also have the system based exam. So as of today, SAP has not given us a video based on the system-based exam. It is saying that it is coming soon. So we can click on the continue button to find out if this certification which we have selected, if it is system based or scenario based. So we will get to know. So for that, we can just click on the continue button. So you can just see this is a very important information. This is the name of your certification which you want to appear, and this is the type of exam. So this certification will be based on the activity which would be system based assessment. So it is not going to be scenario based assessment. So what I have observed, so most of the functional certification which we do, so under the functional certification we have SAP MM certification, SD certification, finance certification, SAP FICO certification. So in these certification, you will be asked to perform the activity based on the system-based assessment. So this is going to be system-based assessment, not the scenario-based assessment. So in this exam, it is saying that what you need to do. So you will be given the system. On that system, within the 3 hours, you will be perform the activity, and the list of activity would be provided by the SAP to you during the exam. So it is saying that this exam require the scheduling. So it is saying that your attempt will be counted only when you start your certification exam and at the confirmed date and time. So we can just scroll down. So it is giving you the information that this certification has 4 attempts valid for the 12 months. Then it is saying that if you don't pass on your fourth attempt, you will be able to retake the certification again valid for the 12 months. Then it is saying that the e-certification will use one of the attempts available in your subscription. Then it is saying that the available slots are limited, so we need to check the slot. If you want to now book your exam, you need to click on this schedule your slot. So this exam can be taken at the earliest today. So this is the time. So if you want to go for more option, you can click on the view more option. So these are the dates. You can select the relevant date. For example, we go for each of the days, it is also showing you the slots available. So here on 23rd, we have four slots available. On 24, 8 slots are available. So for example, if you want to schedule the exam on Sunday, 26 and 7 slots are available. So we can continue, click on the continue button. Here on 26th, so these are the timings available. So when you want to schedule your exam, for example, I want to schedule my exam 7:30 morning. So you should have the date and time according to your country. Then you can click on schedule the slot. It is saying that if you click on the confirm booking, then your slot will be booked. Important information. It is saying that once you have done the booking, this cannot be rescheduled or cancelled. But at the same time, it is saying that if you are not able to attend the exam, then you can book a new slot. Then it is saying that the booking is slot is not going to consume your attempt. I cannot cancel it, but at the same time, it is not going to consume my exam attempt. So I have the option that I can book a new slot if that slot I was not available to attend. So if you click on this confirm booking, then a mail will be received in your registered email ID that the exam has been scheduled on a particular day and time. So then you can take your exam. So we can now go back to the main learning hub page. So we have seen this step-by-step exam guide as per the new SAP certification format 2026. Then after that, we can just go to the exam preparation. Click on the exam preparation. So when you go for the exam, you may have FAQs. So for those FAQs, SAP has given you the information. So it is saying that how I can prepare for the certification exam. Is it mandatory to complete the assignment before taking a practical certification exam? It is not mandatory. So you will get to know the answer for these kind of questions you may have before you go for your exam. In case of any issue or query, so you can also raise a case. So here a case or a request will be raised and SAP is going to answer you for that case, provide your information or the issue you are coming across. So here SAP has given you the information about the system-based assessment and scenario-based assessment. So for the scenario-based assessment, we also have the video. So you can just go through this video. You will get to know the information how the scenario-based assessment exam can be performed, how we can prepare ourselves for that scenario-based assessment. But if you go for the system-based assessment, that is the second option. On that, since we don't have any video provided by the SAP, so we can click on this option called system-based assessment. So here you can click on this SAP certification system-based exam guide. So it will give you the information how you can prepare for your system-based assessment exam. So you can just scroll down since we don't have the video. So it has given you the information in this PDF. So here it is saying that you need to go to the Learning Hub. Then you need to choose your certification slot. You need to select. So whatever the day and time you have selected, so before 15 minutes, so that exam link will be enabled. So you need to click on your certification exam, and after that, this kind of a start exam option will come. You need to click on this option. Then it is saying that if it is a system-based exam, so it will give you the information that it is going to be a system-based exam. So if your exam is system-based assessment, then so these are the steps you will have. So you will have the first step where it is saying that please ensure that you do not access the practice system used for the exercise in parallel. The practice system for the exam will be open in a new tab once you select the access button. So this is the access button. Then it is saying that your 2 hour exam time or your 3 hour exam time will be counted. So this is a task which would be given to you during your system-based assessment. You need to download this task, and whatever the steps or the activities given in that task file, you need to perform those tasks in the system, and the system access you will get once you click on this option called access system access practice system. So it will take you to the second tab. Again, those credential, login ID and password will be given in the instruction file. Now, in this certification 2026, the important thing is here you will not be monitored by any of your online proctored or any of the online instructor. So this exam would be without any proctor or examiner. You need to drive this exam yourself. Now it is saying that once you have completed your exam, so you need to click on yes, confirm completion, and here you can see your certification result. So you need to go to your account. In this, you can just click on this certification, my certification option, and here it will give you the result about your certification exam you have done. Then if the result has not been opened, then it is saying that the exam is under review. Once the review has been completed, so it will give you the result whether you have passed. Then it will also give you the information about the number of attempts left over. The best practices, what are the do's and don'ts you need to have. So do's you should have ensure all the browser windows from the previous sessions are closed before starting any exam. So you should not open unnecessary windows. Then it is saying that follow the instruction carefully, use your certification convention username while creating the project. Then it is saying that under the don'ts, so you should not open, reuse or edit the project created by other learner or from your previous session. All the tasks must be performed from the scratch. Then it is saying do not access any other practical system in the other web session, including the Cognito during your exam. Do not expect a score report beyond the pass and fail as this feature is not currently available. Then it is saying that during the exam, if you come across any issue, then for the troubleshooting, you need to go to this account.sap.com, and with your universal ID, you can create a case ID and raise it to SAP. So this is the information you will get under this option called SAP Certification System Based Exam Guide. If you want to download, you have the option to download it. Then it is also showing you the benefit of certification. So 39% faster promotion, 41% greater career mobility, 38% improved service level to the customer, and 35% faster problem solving. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching it.